Hi Capricorn, welcome into your reading. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on for you guys the 4th week of April. A situation for my Cappies, please. There's something here where there's been an ending with someone and you haven't really let it go. You need to understand this ending, why it happened to you, and how to recover from it. Or more or less, you're just kind of, is it really over? Right? Has the fat lady really sung here? Because you're not letting this go. So I think whoever this has happened with, this ending that you had, Capricorn, you are either texting them or you are sending them a heartfelt message of some kind because you're stressing over it. You're having sleepless nights. It's kind of bothering you. It's just going to be one of those things where you need to go back and forth with this person to just break it down, figure it out. All right. What's coming in towards my Cappies, please? What's coming in for them, please? Sorry guys, I'm having really tough allergies. I don't even want to tell you what happened to me during my Libra video. Big nose bleed right in the middle of the video. I was like, okay, no Libra today. Knight of Swords and Judgment in reverse. That was TMI, I get it. But you know what? I needed a break just so I can re-zap myself into your energies, because it looks like someone's rushing in to say something to you. Right? Or you are, because there's a lack of a judgment call and this is hanging over your head and it's bothering you. If this isn't you, then this is the other person. There's a lack of a decision being made that would make a situation that you're dealing with finite, and you're not ready to make that finite choice. So either you're rushing in to say something or they're rushing in to talk to you. All right? The interesting thing is, I know this is a person that you have strong feelings for. Someone you either caught feelings for or are emotionally attached to or have a connection with. You could perhaps be having a fling or an affair with them because I see the Queen of Swords behind it. But it's leading into a toxic situation. Toxic in the sense of insecurity starting to make judgment calls for you. Fear is making judgment calls for you. Obsessions are starting to make judgment calls for you. So we kind of want to avoid these things. Now, show me Spirit. What is the surprise this week for Capricorn? Really? This is the only deck that I have where I have 2 Ten of Swords. One is it's over. The other one, everything is fine. You got both in your spread, which is shocking. Two things here. Either you're telling yourself everything's okay, like hear no evil, see no evil. No, it's not over. It's not over. It's everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And others of you, it really isn't over. It really is just okay. So let's see what's going on here. Because there you are at the bottom of the deck in all your glory as an earth sign. Stable, able. Stable, Mabel. All right? You got your shit together. You got it going on. You're clear-headed. You're nurturing, you're loving, you're kind and caring, you're there, you're rock steady, all right? But you are considering your worth and your value. As you're doing this, Capricorn, you finally have come to a place of a decision, or at least you're getting there, to your own shock, to your own surprise. I'm not surprised because I know the way the planets are aligning in the sky, forcing everybody to think and feel a certain kind of way, all right? We got Mercury in Aries. Aries does not hold back. They don't do the slow. They do the go. And everyone is doing the go. Your planet, Saturn, your ruling planet, also in Aries. So it's not like it's doing it without discipline. So it's doing go, but with discipline following it through. That being said, for you, Capricorn, you're finally going to come to a decision because you realize it's not sustainable. Not in your head, not in your life, not anywhere. So this Ten of Swords is telling me a bunch of other stuff in the sense that Could it really be something that you are finding your peace, you're finding your stability because you're mentally disengaging from a person, a situation, a job, a friend, a whatever? You're saying, no, I got to go where it's not so crazy. This is just chaos. I can't live in chaos. So you're mentally disengaging and you're moving on. All right? You're finally deciding what you can live with and what you can live without. So everything is actually fine. What is the advice here for Capricorn? And when we clarify, obviously we're going to get more details. I will say a few things. You guys really need to keep everything on the up and up, all right? If you are stepping out of a marriage or a commitment or a relationship, it's going to get found out. If you are strategizing something, make sure it's fair and balanced for all parties involved. Please don't fuck with karma right now because it is karma season. Karma's out here scouting like nobody's business. They're like, let me see what you bitches are up to. They're doing a collection of sorts. Like literally, it's like karma has sent out all the spiritual patrols and looking at the whole collective, who's doing right, who's doing wrong. They're taking notes, all right? With that said, please do everything above board so you don't get harmed in this situation because it will snap back. Now, 8 of Cups. 1 minute you're walking away from something, the next minute you're not. You're challenged. You need to really take a good, long, hard look at your feelings. Where are you giving and not getting? What is it that you want? Where are you emotionally satisfied? Where are you not? Because you're struggling to leave someone behind that's no longer giving to you. The second you start giving in to the person that does is the second you start to elevate and grow something new, something beautiful, and you're upgrading it too, simultaneously. Now, what is the outcome of the week? The Hierophant and the Magician. You are trying to manifest something here where it's something that's traditional. So you could be trying to manifest something within a marriage or a commitment. Your commitment to your career, your company, your business, your friendships, or your spouse or your committed partner. You are trying to manifest something, but you're struggling because you feel emotionally guarded. You don't feel like you can open up to this person. I think you're scared of getting hurt, obviously, clearly with this 9 of Wands. So what you're doing instead is the slow and steady. You're going to inadvertently do that thing you were afraid of by doing that, Cap. I'm seeing that by the advice, and I'm seeing it by the 9 of Wands, and I'm seeing it here at the back of the deck with the Tower. So before that happens, go have your heart-to-heart conversation with all intended parties so you know the right path and direction that you want to take. I know you're trying to put something to bed, and I also know that you want to refocus and see if the future person has potential. Communication is going to help you do that. Now let's go ahead and start clarifying this and see what Page of Cups is saying here and the 10 of Swords in reverse. You haven't let go. You're ready to leave. You're ready to get in your car, crack the rear view mirror, and move forward. But you're sending out feelers. You're sending out a text message or some kind of message or some lighthearted message to somebody because you are debating. You are saying to yourself, what can I live with? What can I live without? Well, who should I cut out and who should I keep? And the decision, once you've made it, which you do in the middle of the week, you kind of start heading into your future. You start heading in that direction. Some of you are dealing with a third-party situation. Others of you, this is talking about working with a team at work, collaborating. But I see you wanting to do the new thing. You're very over something here. Tired, done. But you keep going back to it too. But not as much. Now the energies are forcing you into a new direction, Capricorn. So Judgment in reverse and the Knight of Swords. The Chariot. Okay, because there isn't a judgment call made here, and you're just like dying to rush in and just nail this down and see what the deal is, it has everything to do with you healing. So I'm not against it. I'm like rooting for you. I'm like full throttle, Capricorn, because it is causing you a bit of a burden. It's exhausting having this over your head. Stay focused, and you will. You're going to be focused. You're going to say, okay, regardless of my positive, my negative shit going on in my life, I have to stay focused and keep my shit together. I got to keep it together, go to work, make my money, do my thing, take care of my kids, do my daily tasks, be on schedule, regardless if my marriage and my relationship's falling apart, or regardless that I met somebody else and I have a lover, whatever your case is, right? No judgment here. But you aren't making a judgment. And you're the one who needs to make it, not me. So you are going to stay focused, even though you're starting to see that this thing is a burden, but you need to heal. So you send out feelers. You see if someone's going to bite. What is the 10? Everything is fine, and 5 of Swords in reverse. You're looking at someone or something to see if they're a blessing to you, a blessing in disguise, a blessing in general, or if this is unrequited love. You're struggling with this. You really are. You're saying to yourself, right now my head and my heart don't match. Do I really love this person, or is this just over? Am I bored with it? Or is this person a blessing in disguise for me? You're trying to figure it out. So you do. You kind of do. You kind of say here to yourself, I don't know, what do I really feel for this person? Do I cut my losses? This is the lover, by the way. 100%, with no doubt in my mind. Queen of Wands and Lovers. Because I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, what are they doing? 5 of Swords. They obviously made a choice to cut someone out. Even though they make you happy. Like, really happy. I think you're recalculating your marriage, your commitment to somebody. That's a tough call, Capricorn. I do not wish to be in your shoes right now. You think it's over with the lover, but it's not. But who's the unrequited love? The 4 of Cups spirit. Oh my God. God. Some of you, it could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. Others of you, it's just someone that's toxic in your life. And you're thinking of just bouncing. And you're like, I can't. I'm just going to bounce. I'm just going to take this risk. Fuck it. And if shit falls apart, it falls apart. That's where you're at. What is everything is fine, though? This is me being a curious cat. This is like, I'm almost prying into your lives right now. Literally. I shouldn't be. But I think you're trying to do a little bit stocky doodles because you feel bad if you leave them behind. Like, oh my God, I'm responsible for them. I'm betraying them. But you're also looking at your other forms of abundance. That's why Spirit's like, why are you challenged to leave the thing that's no longer emotionally satisfying you? 7 of Swords in reverse. This is you ghosting, maybe coming back, or something about you having an affair. But in your advice, you gotta do the right thing. It doesn't mean you have to just neglect yourself or neglect the things that you want. It's just, if you want this new thing, or you say you want to be with the lover, say you want to move on with your life, you have to do the right thing by saying the truth, telling the truth, telling everybody what's going on. You're confused, you don't know, where do you belong, blah, blah, blah. You're being honest. Karma's like, all right, well, at least I get it. They're doing the right thing. They're advising. Even though they know it's to their detriment. Yeah, it's about your marriage and your commitment and about you being happy, right? And then there's something here that's ended or ending, and you trying to go towards your happiness. I know right now you kind of need time apart, time alone. And I also see another earth sign like yourself that you're wishful and hopeful for. Who's that? The Hierophant and the Magician. What are they trying to manifest over there? Sometimes it's about being honest with yourself, too, in the advice. Like, when something's over, it's just over. The Magician, the Hierophant. Oh, you're trying to create a commitment here with somebody. You're getting obsessed, too, on top of it, I think, because the devil's there. Or someone here is obsessed with you. But there is the other counter half. Somebody grounded and earthy like you. This is them. This isn't you. This is them. You're trying to manifest this. Well, ooh la la, my cappies. Who be that? That looks like a good compliment to you. What's going on here? Pay attention to the red flags. Well, that would be the devil lurking around that I saw in your cards. Oopies. Sorry, little bee. Pay attention to the red flags. All right? It's not a field of poppies. It's an exit sign. That's what they're red. And it says forgiving and learning. We're going to get into this. We're going to semi-deep dive in the extended, because forgiving and learning means that you can forgive yourself for any indiscretions or things that you might have done, and you're just a person who's learning, right? It's also the same with whoever you're dealing with. As you forgive each other, you experience a healthier love life. So it's like saying, I'm sorry, but I'm going in this direction. Or I'm sorry I made this indiscretion, this mistake. How can we fix this? Whatever it is, you're all different. There's thousands of you. So with that said, it says, look at the red flags. Be able to forgive a person or yourself in said scenario so you can move on into a healthier life. Now, we'll see more in the extended. But before we go, let's see what the... I'm into the moon cards today. The Wisdom House of Night. Sorry, not the moon cards. The Wisdom House of Night. Actually, no, I do want the moon cards. I said it. It started calling to me. And now it's all I can feel. For Capricorn, please. Okay. What did we get? See a little crab here. Oh, new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. I think this is a message you really needed to hear, or need to hear, because I'm not done reading it. Just be patient as I find the card for you here. You and your loved ones are safe. There's a new start coming in your life, in your private life, actually. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forward with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you could do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Oh man, this was a perfect message for you guys, because this is what I've been feeling and vibing this whole time. All right, members, I'll see you over at the extended. Everyone else, I'll see you next week.